Hey everyone, Vinayak here. I have here with me the Alseye Warriors W90, a more budget-conscious model by Alseye. How well does it perform compared to its bigger cousin? Let's find out in this video. This is the Alseye Warriors W90, a ARGB air CPU cooler. This one is meant for processors under 135 watts TDP. Here's the LCD temperature display. Here are the specs for the cooler on the back of the box. Opening the box up, we are greeted with a warning that the cooler already has thermal grease pre-applied. Lift the flaps and we have the cooler below. Easiest way to get it out of the box is just to flip it out. Here's the cooler. There's a bunch of cables within the cardboard sleeve. The underside, as stated in the warning, has thermal grease. The top has a 90mm ARGB fan with PWM control. Here's the temperature LCD display. The center column is made of copper and is 40mm wide. The screws on the side have springs below which would keep the mounting pressure when tightened. They are present on all four sides. We have Alseye W90 marked here. The connectors provided are ARGB, SATA power, PWM connector and a USB connector. This is the back plate which would be installed under the motherboard. We have LGA 1700, 1200 and 115X marked on it. Let's get the older cooler. Actually not old, but the earlier cooler I tested out, the Alseye Max M120D Plus. Make sure to run a CPU benchmark to remove the cooler easily. And don't forget to unplug the cables off the motherboard. The mounting plate also has to be removed as this one uses a different mounting method. The plate from below the motherboard also has to be removed. Now for the new backplate. This is so much easier to install as there are no removable parts. Place the backplate behind the motherboard and you can see these screw holes on top. That's where the screws from the cooler go. Let me clean the old thermal grease before installing the new cooler. Using the screws on the cooler, mount it down on the backplate. Make sure to align the screws before tightening, else your motherboard might get damaged. I've just aligned the screws for now. Tighten the screws down in a cross pattern to get even mounting pressure on all sides. The plastic caps cover the screws, giving the cooler a cool look. Now for the cables. Connect SATA power, PWM fan connector, USB connector. The temperatures are mostly transmitted to the display through this port. On first boot, the temperature is displayed as 0. It needs the Alseye BEM software to get the temps. I have it installed, but it activated only once Windows booted up. The ARGB light can be synced with the motherboard's light scheme if the ARGB connector is connected to a header on the motherboard. Now the value has changed to 38, which is the current CPU temperature, and as Windows has booted up, the value has synced. The software needs to be installed to display the temperature. This is how the cooler looks in all its RGB glory. Here's the display. The system has stabilized to 36 degrees. I am now running Cinebench R23 and it's a really taxing benchmark and your system will never generally reach these levels of CPU usage. But looking at the temps, it started off good, but as time went on, it reached the 90s. The Core i7-7700 has a T-junction of 100 degrees. If the cooler can keep it under, the processor will not throttle and will run at its maximum speed. Max load, the temps were around 91-92 degrees and it did drop to under 90 degrees at times, but as it's under 100 degrees, the processor would not throttle. This cooler has a max TDP of 135 watts. The Core i7-7700 has a max TDP of 65 watts. So this cooler is adequate enough for this processor. Don't try to overclock with this cooler. Also don't run 12th or 13th gen i7 or i9 processors with this cooler. It's not going to be enough. Okay, the Alseye Warriors W90 is a good cooler, much better than the stock ones that come with the 7700. It reached 90 plus degrees but is still under 100 degrees T-junction temp, so there's no problems. The installation is very easy and was over within a minute or even less. Sadly, this cooler is targeted at Intel processors only. The design is nice, the temperature display is quite responsive, changing in time with what was being displayed on a hardware monitor. I don't think it measures the temp itself and relies on the software to read the temps and send them to the display. And you need the BEM monitor software for temperature to be displayed other than 0 degrees. We don't need to connect the ARGB header, and the RGB colors started to cycle as soon as it was powered on. You will need to connect it if you want to sync the colors with the rest of the PC. The cooler worked well, kept CPU temps in check, and would recommend it for CPUs, I would say mid-range or lower. And more powerful CPUs might overwhelm it, so would not recommend it. And I would recommend the M120D, the W90's bigger cousin instead. So what do you guys think? Have you used a cooler by Alseye before? Would you recommend this CPU cooler compared to a stock cooler? And make sure to comment below. And the links can be found in the description. And also make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are added. Thank you for watching and see you all next time.